I'm Scott from scottguitar.com. In this session, I'm going to teach you the secret to making good guitar chords. And believe me, this is the difference between whether or not you're going to make it as a guitar player just for your own enjoyment or playing with someone else, and your guitar being for sale on Craigslist. So we're going to zoom on in and I'll show you what that secret is. Okay, here we are, and I promised I was going to show you the secret to making guitar chords. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get into how to make the chord. Now at this point, I'm hoping that you have already learned your basic chords, your A, C, D, E, F, G, A minor, D minor, E minor. Okay. Now if you find yourself struggling, especially when you're trying to play with music or play with someone singing, it's probably because you're building your chords. We all build our chords in the beginning. For example, on a D chord, 1, 2, 3. That's how we build the chord. And when we start, that's what we all do, building the chord. However, if you're building the chord and trying to play along with music or someone singing, you're going to have a hard time keeping up because this is slowing you down. You need to know this. Your goal is to make this chord or any chord in one move. Remember, your goal is to make any chord in one move. So how do we do that? Well, there's really only a way you can do that, one way, and that means you've got to make the chord before you get there, and then you set it down. Now how do we do that? For example, you can use just your left hand only. Visualize the D chord, for example, and what I want you to do is don't go to the strings. I want you to go to the shape. Once you get the shape, then set it down. You can practice that on the back of a book, at your desk at work. You don't need a guitar just to practice that shape. See, the D chord shape out in midair. Don't need a guitar to do that. So what you can do to start with is make the D chord, for example, and then just hold that shape and hold it out in midair. Now you need to be accustomed to know what your hand needs to do out in midair. In other words, can you make that D chord in midair? That's what you got to get to. And the way you get there is you go slow. You give your brain and your hands a chance to get around what you're trying to accomplish. So from a G to a D, when I lift off the G chord, I'm making a D chord right here. No, it doesn't look like a D, but I'm already getting my fingers in motion. That way when I get there, all I've got to do is set it down. Remember the goal. Make your chord in one move. I'm going to go from a D to an E, but I'm not setting it down. Now I'm setting it down. So you practice by going to the shape. Don't go to the strings. An E to a C, I'm going for the shape, not the strings. And then you just set it down. Now if you want to get there fast, you need to slow down now. Give your brains and your hands a chance to get around this and understand what it is you're trying to do. Remember, go for the shape. That's how you practice. Visualize that shape. Remember this. It's got to happen in your head first. Do not depend on these guys bailing you out. There is a thing called physical memory, but it's only physical memory once they know how to do it, and then you've done it a lot. That's memory on a physical basis, but you need to get that shape in your head first. Okay? So E, Go for the shape. A. Go for the shape, then set them down. Okay, that'll do it for this session. And remember, that's the secret for that. Making those chords in one move, that's your goal. You can visit me at scottguitar.com, where I also offer Skype lessons as well. And please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.